How's it going, everybody? Today we have Tom Berry from Investor Loan Source with us today. And you know what, Tom? I wanted to ask you a couple questions about what makes ILS different.
Oh, that's a good question. Investor Loan Source is the only private money lending company I know of that has that kind of mustache, right? I mean, that's really what makes us different, Alex.
Oh yeah, I know. But being in with you're the CEO of ILS. Like, really, what makes ILS so different?
We were started as a company just to help my friends fund their deals with private money. That's how we were really started. So I've never really considered Investor Loan Source a hard money lending company because we're not.
Okay.
We could get into some of the specifics of what makes us different that way. But I think at the core of Investor Loan Source, what makes us different is I'm a real estate investor at heart. That's the way we started this thing. And Investor Loan Source was started with the goal of helping my buddies get funding for their deals.
That's right. So you're saying that, you started off as an investor, you kept that mindset as a lender as well.
Absolutely, and we have made sure at every juncture as we have grown, and Lord have we grown, but we've always made sure never to lose that core principle that we are here for investors. We are not here to satisfy banks, to satisfy shareholders, to satisfy other interests. We're here to satisfy investors and help investors grow their real estate investing business.
Are you trying to how is the funding different then?
Well, the funding is vastly different.
Okay.
If you look at hard money lending companies as a general rule, and a lot of my friends are hard money lenders, so this isn't to take anything away from them, but if you look at all the hard money lenders across the country that you know of, do their products not look identical?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like they just template the product from company to company and city to city across the nation. Have you ever thought about why that is?
Why is that?
It's because their underlying financing, the money that they're using to lend to the real estate investor, is all coming from the same source.
What's the source?
Banks.
Okay.
So the lender raises a few $1,000,000 in capital. They go to several local banks. They get bank lines of credit, it's called, and they use that money to lend out to the real estate investor. The challenge with that model is all the lenders are then beholden to the banks to only write loans that fit that bank box.
So ILS doesn't do that.
We don't do that.
What do we do?
We have never used a penny of bank money ever in our history.
So we can just underwrite what we see fit.
Yes.
And
exactly.
make products that we see fit that dictates what the investor needs in the market.
Exactly. That's why if you look at our loan products, they look so different than hard money products. Because they're not.
Okay.
They're not hard money products. We raise our capital from private sources.
Okay.
From individuals, from IRAs, from trusts, from family offices, from insurance companies.
Okay.
We have a lot of all of those sources, and probably a few I'm missing, that back us. We take that money without the strings attached that a bank would have, and we use that to lend on products that make sense to us and make sense for real estate investors.
Well, that's a fantastic. One thing I've noticed, though, is not only on the lending side, where you kept the mindset of the investor, but I've noticed that, investors will come to me and say, man, it was easy just going online and applying. Man, it was easy just getting my pre-qualification emailed to me 24 hours a day. Man, the mentality of what the investor needs spreads across all aspects of the company, not just how we make products.
I just had a conversation with one of our customer service reps not 5 minutes ago
Okay.
before we did this video. And I told her the life of a real estate investor, how the real estate investor, the person on the other end of the phone line with her, is busy. They're out there looking at deals. They're out there walking properties. They're out there dealing with their contractors, putting out fires all day long. That's the life of a real estate investor, let's face it. Okay? And I was sharing with her ideas on how to help that real estate investor. You know, one of the biggest challenges to getting a loan over to underwriting is getting everything we need from the investor, right? So one of the challenges she's faced with is she needs a scope of work, let's say, and she has to have that before she can get the file to the underwriter. Well, she's asked for it via telephone, but the real estate investor, by the time they get home, they will have put out 15 other fires and totally forgotten. So I told her, you ask for it, then you text them and ask for it, then you email them and ask for it, so that when they get home and actually do get to their emails or their texts, you're there. Now tell them what you're doing so they don't think you're
Right.
bugging the hell out of them. But everything we do at every level here is based around the life of the real estate investor and how can we make that easier? How can we make that easier for the investor?
That's awesome. So, I mean, is there anything else that we should tell everybody? Why? Anything else that we're different? Anything at all?
I'm sure there are, but I think we've hit the high points.
Yeah.
And we've probably hit our limit for retention right now.
Exactly.
But we'll certainly do another video when we think of a few more.
That sounds great. So again, everybody, I want you to pay attention down below. Contact us at 833-ILS cash. You can always visit our website at www.ils.cash. You could text the word "get money" to 444-999 24 hours a day if you need a pre-qualification letter, and our team will get back to you as soon as they get back into the office. Let us be a great addition to your team to make sure you get what you need to succeed in business. Tom, do you have anything else to add?
No, this has been great.
Awesome, guys. We'll see you later, okay?